shopping at Costco, but not just any Costco, a business Costco. And I'm here because I'm remodeling my studio to build a new kitchen, so I need to get some kitchen tools. Business Costco is open to any members, but they are catering to businesses and restaurants. So they've got a lot of good, affordable kitchen stuff. So we're gonna go check out what they have and buy a few things for my remodel. So this is their commercial appliances section. They got these stainless steel tables, stainless steel sinks. I'm not really here for kitchen appliances, but really the kitchen tools, which we're about to hit up. See, at a regular Costco, they wouldn't have this. A commercial heavy-duty deep fryer. Similar to my Control Freak, you can control the temp of this. If I'm doing a lot of French fries, this is what you need. Now, it's kind of expensive, and that's another reason why I'm not gonna get it, because it is 400 bucks. But this is the kind of stuff you can get out of business Costco. This is nice too. This probably comes with it. That's why it's right next to it. Bam, fries in there, lumpia, whatever you gotta deep fry, you just drop it right in. Another reason why I like getting commercial grade appliances or commercial grade anything when it comes to cooking supplies or cooking tools is because typically it lasts longer. It's made to take the hits, the wear and tear, the usage that a restaurant would put on it, and I find that they're built a little more tough. My Breville Control Freak is a good example. That is $1,500. So it's literally built not only to last, but to be able to handle lots and lots of cooking, which is perfect for me because not only do I cook a lot for my kids, but I love having parties and deep frying a lot. Another dream buy, but this is a panini press. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh, that is super heavy. This is the kind of panini press that makes legit paninis. Speaking of deep fryers, look at this bad boy. That's a freaking stand-up deep fryer, $900. You know the biggest problem with this is, outside of the price, is filling this up with oil. Now this would be overkill for anything I would need in my studio, but man, I bet you this deep fries really nicely. This is definitely a dream buy, and if somebody wants to sponsor me for this, I'll take it right now for my house. A commercial dishwasher. Yes, this is what I need. Yes, it is almost $3,000. But I'm telling you, see these little trays? You load these trays up. See, they got ones for cups and small, plates, or then one for, literally you can put like pots on here. And this will literally clean dishes in like 1 or 2 minutes. It's like snappy. 2-minute cycle. See, I know what I'm talking about. Commercial dishwasher. How did I know that? I knew that because one of my only jobs in the restaurant industry was at a buffet. There's this local buffet, it's no longer there, but my first job wasn't even a dishwasher, but one of the jobs I did at that restaurant was wash dishes. And so I used to run a commercial dishwasher, and it took about 2 minutes to run it. That's the dream. See, when you have a dishwasher at home, it takes 40, 45 minutes, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Why is it that a dishwasher at home can take, when I say 40, 45 minutes, that's with the drying function. But why is it that it takes 30 minutes when a commercial one is just so fast? Maybe that's why it costs so much, but sometimes Judy and I talk about how if we had 2 dishwashers, it would cut our dishwashing period by half. But one of my favorite jobs I ever had was washing dishes, which is kind of weird because it's not something people necessarily would enjoy or would be proud of, but I just liked it because of the hustle and the pressure. And it was always fun when you could keep up and, you knew that you were a crucial part of the restaurant. Here's an example of a really good buy. 26 bucks for this huge stock pot. When you're running a restaurant, you probably make a lot of soups, a lot of stocks. So having a pot like this is critical. It only costs 26 bucks here. Now, you know what would make this better? If it had a lid. I don't see a lid. Look how big this guy is. $60? See, there's no frills on this. There's no fancy stuff. It kind of even looks a little cheap, but it's just solid. It's a solid pot that's made for one thing. Just making huge batches of soup or stock. That's all you need. I want to show you guys how big this is. Look at that. It's like half my size. I've showed you this before. This carbon steel wok, maybe one of the best buys here at Costco. And what I like about it is typically handles come like in like a wooden handle that riveted on, but this is welded on, and that's what you want in a wok. It's really simple looking, But that's exactly what a wok should be. A lot of people, they go to like an Asian grocery store and they buy the one that looks kind of fancy or shiny or looks pretty. That's not what you want. My grandmother, who probably cooks the best food for me personally, other than Mama and my mom, of course, and epic chefs like Matt. But my grandmother, this is the wok she has. Now I own it because she doesn't live at home anymore. And so I did take the wok, but this is the exact style of wok. A welded handle, carbon steel, and guess what? $12. That's like thrift store prices right there. And every kitchen should definitely have a nonstick pan. It's one of the best things to cook eggs or scrambled eggs in. 2-count, solid, it's heavy duty, it's got a nice little grip. 2 of them for 24 bucks. 2 for $24. That means each one of these are $12 each. One thing to consider is restaurants, they go through these and eventually just have to throw them away. So this is not the type of pan that you would keep forever. It's so cheap that if you had to throw it away, no big deal. So Vitamix, solid blender. When it comes to commercial grade, this is what you want. I do have a Vitamix that Matt just gave to me. And here, you can get it for $80 off. So that's a really good deal right now. So I've always used a Blendtec blender because somebody that I used to watch that did green juices and green smoothies, that's what he used. His name's Dan the Man, the Life Regenerator, and that's what he used, so that's what I bought. Restaurant people, cooks like Matt, they use a Vitamix. I know that Breville also has one too, but I can't speak to the quality because I don't own the Breville one. But Vitamix, if you come here right now, $80 off. I've never seen it that cheap before. Every kitchen needs some strainers. This is a 3-pack, 3 different sizes, which I like because sometimes you need different sizes for different applications. This right here, solid handle, very sturdy feeling, and exactly what it needs to be for a strainer. 12 bucks. I'm definitely getting this for my next kitchen. I've never heard of this brand, but a cleaver, something I don't use very often, but if I were to cook a lot more and maybe get into dishes where I needed it, 18 bucks. Tramontina. It is nice having a cleaver. Speaking of cleavers, my cleaver at home is from the thrift shop, and I probably paid less than 17 bucks. Probably paid like 5 bucks for it. 2 peelers, less than 6 bucks. Can opener, and this is super sturdy. Look at that handle right there. $10.49. I'm literally gonna get 2 of these because unfortunately the one that Kira bought Judy just recently, she got at the 99-cent store and it broke on the second use. There is something to be said about getting something too cheap. Why I like coming to the business Costco to buy my kitchen stuff is because this is made for restaurants. It has to be commercial grade, it has to be sturdy, it can't break on the second time, but you still pay a pretty affordable price. So I'm gonna get 2 of these, one for my studio and one for my kitchen at home. 14 bucks, quarter size baking sheets. These are sheet pans. That's a good buy right there. I'm definitely gonna get this. Underrated for a home kitchen. There's just so many uses for this. See, I just used Pyrex dishes forever until I started hanging out with Matt and watching his videos and just seeing what he uses. And they use this at the restaurant I used to work at, but I was never a cook. I was only a dishwasher, and I do remember washing these. The only question I have about this is if it's dishwasher safe. I guess it doesn't matter because I won't have a dishwasher at my studio. This is just nice to obviously roast things on. Sometimes I just use these sheet pans just to place food on it when I'm cooking outside. So affordable. You can just kind of throw it, bang it around, totally fine. I'm all about mixing bowls, and you can never have enough mixing bowls. 5 different sizes in this, and then you get 2 of the smaller ones. Each one of these come with a lid. Now that is really cool because sometimes you want to just store it in the fridge, and I just use plastic wrap, but having a lid on top, that's legit. $30. I think this might be my favorite buy so far. It's definitely overkill for anything I need anytime soon, but an ice machine, because sometimes you can't have enough ice. Fun fact about ice machines, I just learned from my friend Gary. I did not know this. Ice machines aren't meant to keep the ice frozen. Yes, it does stay frozen, but what I mean is it's not refrigerated the same way a freezer is. So say you make a tray of ice and you put it into your freezer, it'll stay frozen as long as that freezer is plugged in. Ice machines are meant so that the ice at the bottom eventually just melts away, because you don't want to be using old ice, which totally makes sense. Now, I'm not saying all ice machines are like this, but most of the ice machines that somebody at home would buy. Probably a useless fact, but rest assured, if you have an ice machine or you're getting ice out of one of those ice machines at a hotel, you're getting fresh ice as long as you're getting it from the top. What's at the bottom not only is old, but it needs to melt away. Now this would be the dream. What's amazing about having a kitchen like this is the fact that you can just spray everything off. I mean, obviously you don't want to just take a hose to it, but this is meant not only to cook, but to be easy to clean compared to having wood surfaces and all kinds of, fancy things. If I wasn't married to Judy and I didn't care about aesthetics, I would literally have a kitchen like this in my house. I've seen houses like that where cooks, bought the house, or they're the ones that built the house, and they basically create a commercial kitchen inside of their home. It's just very practical because it's easier to clean. On average, how long do you spend washing dishes every single day? For me, if I had to average it out, it's at least 30 minutes a day washing dishes. Now that's averaged out. So there's some days where we don't cook, or maybe Judy's cleaning, or maybe we order in. That's 2.5 hours a week times 50 weeks, 52 weeks, right? Over 100 hours spent on washing dishes. But if we had that commercial dishwasher, be a lot less. Something I would not buy here at a business Costco in terms of cooking stuff is utensils. So you get this whole pack, 12 steak knives, only for 10 bucks, but still, these are super cheap. I've used these before or things like it, and I don't know. When it comes to my utensils, I'll spend really good money on quality utensils. I started using food handling gloves at home, which you can get here, 24 bucks. Gets you 500 gloves when you're cooking and cleaning as much as I do for a party. But even on the daily, it's nice to protect your skin. On days where I know I'm going to be cooking a lot and I'm going to be cleaning a lot, I totally use the gloves. What's nice is not only does it protect your hands and your skin, I feel like I can handle heat a little better too. Or you could get these Venom Steel Rip Resistant Industrial Gloves. Heavy duty 2-layer protection. 10 bucks for 100. What is this made for? I'm totally gonna get this. 70% thicker, and I do prefer the black ones. Chemical resistant nitrile, micro texture grip, touchscreen sensitive. Oh, touchscreen sensitive, that's cool. Meaning you could still handle your phone and press buttons, whatnot. Latex free, break indicating white inner layer. Okay, that's pretty cool. Matt, sorry I talk about Matt a lot. I've just learned a lot from him about cooking. One reason he doesn't like black gloves for everything is because he needs to know if he cut himself. And so the reason for that white liner, I'm imagining, is for that. I'm gonna actually buy a pack of these for him because that might be good for him. Downside, one size fits all. I have average sized hands, so that's perfect. Well, that brings back a lot of memories, not so good ones. Worst part about being a dishwasher at a restaurant is taking out the trash. That big trash bin right there. Imagine that being full of leftover food, leftover cooking scraps, oil and grease, and just some nasty stuff. And at the end of the day, after you're done cleaning the whole kitchen, after you're done washing all the dishes, you have to dump that out into the dumpster. And that was nasty. And it was really heavy too. And I was a little kid, I was only 16 years old. I really loved that whole experience because it taught me about work ethic. My dad raised me to work really hard already, so thank you, Dad, by the way. By the way, it's probably Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to any dads out there. But there's a camaraderie that's built when you're working really hard. And I remember at the end of the day, once you dumped out that trash can, you just felt so proud that you achieved that, even though it's your job. I don't know, let me know if you ever worked in a restaurant, because before cooking became a thing on social media, on YouTube, before people wanted to become cooks, it was not a glamorous thing. The first book I ever read about cooking was Anthony Bourdain's Kitchen Confidential. So it wasn't a prestigious thing to be a cook. And definitely anything around the cooking profession or working in a restaurant. If you've worked at a restaurant, whether during that era or afterwards, even when you didn't do it as a creator or to get famous or to get rich, there's a sense of pride that you get when a restaurant is running at the highest level and you're feeding people good food, no matter if you're a dishwasher or a cook. And that's something I remember And I do kind of miss that. I think all cooks or people that work at restaurants miss that when they change their profession or they don't work at a restaurant anymore. Okay, there's just so much more I want to vlog. All these containers, food storage containers, but now I have to get some regular Costco stuff because Judy wants me to pick up some milk and some other things. So I'll have to do a part 2. Let me know in the comments what you want to see in terms of what I shop for, whether it's at a regular Costco or business Costco, because I do enjoy doing these vlogs and I do love having the feedback. So thank you. Literally a walk-in refrigerator. It's super cold here. This is why I wore a hoodie, specifically because I knew I was gonna come in here. All right, get this milk. Ooh, look at that. They're trying to trick you. All the fresh ones are down here. See? Check the date. The other item I always buy here at Costco, business Costco specifically, is this huge block of mozzarella cheese. $2.39 per pound. So this thing is 14 bucks. That is a good deal. Normally for the cheese I buy, not even a fifth of this would cost me about 6 bucks. So I'm easy saving probably 15 to 20 bucks buying that huge block. And mozzarella cheese does last a while, as long as you wrap it good. So, and always shred your own cheese. Of course, get some Topo Chico for Judy. She drinks a lot of Topo Chico. Forgot one more thing here. Can't buy this at a regular Costco. This Hum Kombucha 2-flavor pack. You can only get the mango one, and I like the blackberry one, so I'm gonna grab a pack of this too. Plus I like drinking these on the road. Also grabbed a pack of this Harmless Harvest coconut water. $200 for all of this stuff. Now, if you know me, I don't like to just buy stuff to buy stuff. I'm buying it for my kitchen, but if I were to buy any of that at a regular retail store or even online with a brand name, this would cost a lot more. Something that surprised me about business Costco is how perfect it is for food lovers, especially if you love cooking. It's made for business owners specifically, and especially restaurants. But man, a lot of stuff that you can buy here for your restaurant kitchen is perfect for your home kitchen. So definitely check it out. Business Costco, underrated for cooks. I love it.